On this episode of Average American Hunter, I break down my pacing and saving method for deer season before introducing you all to a proven spot for me, first with a 2017 bow harvest and then a 2018 archery hunt. Stay tuned for a shot-filled episode. One of the biggest reasons for my success when hunting private parcels is pacing and saving the best spots for the best time of year. For me, the best spots are areas where I believe mature bucks will step out in daylight hours. I use experience from years prior and early season scouting to guesstimate these peak times. Years of experience on a property can always inform you on how to hunt said property, but shouldn't rush you to an area before the hunting conditions are ideal. Your early but limited scouting should suggest when the cover, canopy, and overall visual conditions would be ideal, as well as when the food is most accessible. But most of all, it should inform you when peak rut times will be. In the weeks leading to bow season, I scout my favorite areas, hang up cameras, and then stay out until the time is right. In this scouting, I look at food sources, acorns, blackberries, corn, clover, and so on. But to identify when the rut will fire up, I look for early season scrapes. Most of the time I find small scrapes, only 12 to 18 inches in diameter, which only tell me that I need to hunt these areas 28 to 32 days later. Trust me, or more importantly, trust Peter Fiducia, the deer doctor himself, who I believe is a great representative for the average American hunter and all of us needing representation outside of the hunting industries. But all in all, the best primo areas are generally food sources and funnels. For the viewers unfamiliar with a funnel, it is two pieces of cover attached by a smaller, more narrow strip of cover. Successful sits take place in the pinched or bottled strip, if you will. These areas are best because they better your chances of seeing what could potentially want to travel from one plot to another plot. Whatever is traveling must move by you. So funnels are the bomb, but it was October 27th, and I had a date with a cornfield superstand. The year prior, in 2017, I adjusted to the deer activity and set up a primo bow stand in a thin sliver of timber. It enabled me to watch the fence line and logging road. And on October 27th of 2017, it seemed like the action was picking up a little bit in the area.
It is roughly 55 degrees, but I am bundled up because there's about a 10 to 15 mile per hour wind blowing directly into my face. And it's a cold wind. Temperatures are supposed to drop down to around 32 degrees. And the barometer reading has us at about 29.96. I'm thought she was further away than she was. I thought she was 40 yards at that fence line. I marked it and used my 40-yard pin, but I'm going to go ahead and climb down and check it out and go recover my arrows. We'll report back to you in just a moment.
I don't know what it is about this little cornfield, but I always get the weirdest feeling walking out of it at night. And this night didn't seem to be any different. I was glad the deer perished in front of me and that a track job wasn't necessary. All I had to do was grab my arrows and my deer, then it was squalling tires and flashing brake lights out of there. It's weird. Sometimes foxes make those confusing and distracting yelps and barks. Hunter and I once chased poachers out of there, and, well, to be honest, I think I was just acting within reason, because it was only a day before that I saw my first black bear in the wild. And what sucked?
Alright, everybody, here's just a little bit of the blood. I got some great thick blood right here. And there's my doe.
Was that he didn't seem to mind me so much.
Right now it's only 2 o'clock, so we're almost thinking about hitting the woods. We know it's going to shorten our hunt a little bit if we do that, but right now I'm thinking about putting Hunter in a stand where I've seen some good buck activity. I had a buck under me Tuesday after shooting hours and camera light, so I don't know. Thinking about putting Hunter there. We're just gonna go check the trail camera, see what we got for activity. If we have to, we'll move Hunter. It's kind of up to Hunter to decide where he feels most comfortable setting, where he's gonna have the best luck. And I'm gonna go hit this cornfield, which I've saved for the longest time. We bear hunted it, and my biggest fear is whenever we bear hunted it, we didn't see hardly any deer in it. The bear pressure was just that immense that there's not a whole lot of deer movement and activity. All the cameras I had set up there at the the end of August, and even this year, I haven't checked that one camera in a while. I did deer hunt it once in opening week, just because I left my running gun set up during bear season over there. So I'm hoping that I deer hunted it. I saw about 6 deer, and then a bear spooked them out. And so I got this week to get it done, at least get 1 buck on the ground before I go retreat where no other hunter will go. Daggone bears tearing up the hay bales. Meh. Well, I put a shot on a doe. You guys can watch the hunt and see it, but she's about 45 yards away, and whenever I shot it, looked like she ducked it. The guys say she ducked it about the right amount, but I'm not so sure. I went down and checked my bolt out, and there's some intestinal matter on it, so I'm a little nervous. thing is, if I'd have let her just cross right by me, go behind me, there were 2 more does that were coming from my left. They'd have been much closer, so it's been about 30 minutes now. I'm thinking maybe I need to get down and start going after her, but I kind of want to give her a little bit more time. It's tough to say, so anyway, stay tuned. Gonna be on the blood trail here soon.
The bear finally left when I hit the ground, but he wasn't in a big hurry, and he seemed to have a load of interest in the doe's blood trail. Hunter and I tracked the doe to the neighboring property and backed out to contact the property owner. The owner never answered and didn't call me back until the next morning.
All right, so it is October 28th, 2018, and I just got off the phone with the landowner that the doe I shot yesterday ran onto his property, and I guess he's already found my deer. Remarkably, he's already found it, and there's nothing left, is what he said. So I'm not sure if he just doesn't want me on the property, but he said it's literally been picked clean, which, I mean, I knew that bear was on it last night. The bear came in and sat in the corn and fed for a while and then followed the doe's blood trail out, but I had no idea that the bear would devour the deer altogether. So I'm finding that a little hard to believe that there's nothing salvageable off there. God, I hate that. I really I hate shooting a deer and not being able to retrieve it. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world. Buck, doe, no matter what. So 100 yards before it was on his property, and he said it was only about 50 to 60 yards across the fence, so we didn't see it last night. It's really brushy in that meadow, though, so I don't know. It really sucks. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll get back in the stand later and see what we can do. Average American Hunter, baby. Damn it.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We release a new episode every Monday, and I promise we get better as the season advances. Visit our website at averageamericanhunter.com to read some of our blogs, and send us an email if you want to buy one of our shirts. Also, take a listen at Kyle running the Average American Hunter podcast at iPodcast, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, or Spotify. Until then, stay tuned and embrace the chase.